What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled From Pro-Trap to Pro-Black. Sometimes it bothers me that people feel like people can change, and I feel that way too. But I think sometimes when people are so dysfunctional and degenerate, and then they try to be righteous, sometimes that transition bothers me because I don't think it's genuine and sincere. And what I mean by that is, when you pro-trap, if that's what made you successful or you feel like successful in life, when you decide to be pro-black, you're going to do it in a trap way. And it basically, I don't know how to say this, it disrespects actually being quote-unquote righteous or pro-black. I'm just using pro-trap and pro-black to say, unrighteous to righteous, But one of the things that bothers me about this is we look at it through the eyes of celebrities and people's evolution and growth. But we let people off the hook. Like if somebody came out as pro-black, they could, if they began to be pro-trap, they're vilified. They're outcasted, they're shunned, they're trolled, they're drugged through the mud. But when you have people who are pro-trap and then they decide I'm growing and evolving and I'm being pro-black, we excuse them being on both sides of the fence, being trapped one day and pro-black the next. And that's a problem. If you came up as glorifying drugs, crime, pimping, stealing, quote unquote hustling, and then and all these things you probably did to your own people, and now you want to be pro-black, but you keep dipping back into trap lingo, still glorifying the drug dealing, still glorifying the crime and the murder, still glorifying the stealing, still glorifying the pimping, still like this is how I got my swagger, yeah, but Ashe, brother. No. I think one of the biggest examples of this is you can use the Nation of Islam, right? They used to take brothers who were criminals and turn them into righteous religious men. But somewhere along the lines, you had the guys who were playing both sides of the fence. So it made people look at the nation as if they were harboring criminals from a point in time. And that's always kind of been a cloud over them in some ways or another. Because, there's one thing with being masculine, manly, and being protectors of our people. And there's another thing to be an opportunistic criminal who put a suit on. And sometimes people have made it hard on the nation because you can't differentiate the two because there were people doing both. But same thing with our celebrities, Jay-Z, T.I., like even David Banner, like, young cats like Nipsey Hussle and all that other stuff. You can't talk about growth and empowerment and all this, but then we'll get right back to how you gonna blow somebody's head off, how much weight you moving, But then people, and part of the reason I'm saying this is because you see this constant back and forth because we have people in our community who aren't at that level, but they want to justify being quote unquote clatchet, right? So now you got these people who want to be pro trap and pro black. You got these people who want to be ghetto as hell, and then say I can throw a suit on and be ghetto as hell with a suit on and say a couple of school words and think that's gonna change something. It's not. If you're gonna change. But if you're gonna play, if you're gonna half-ass do it, don't do it at all. You know, people feel like you have to be able to be multifaceted, which I believe is very, very true. But if you're gonna be multifaceted mentally, just not in fashion. You know, some guys want to be pro-trap, and then when you're doing negative things, and then you wind up with the consequences of that negativity, now you turn pro-black. Oh, it's because I'm a black man. No, B. You was doing something that you had no business doing. You got caught. Now you got to catch that L. You can't all of a sudden bring race into what you're doing, because what you do is the guys who actually really get jammed up by the system, you've made it harder on them because you on some bull. There wasn't. They actually got railroaded. You just want to be pro-trap to get ahead, and you got caught. Now you want to be pro-black and say, oh, is this wrong? That's a problem. Because you got people doing the right thing in life and you got people doing the wrong thing in life. You know, and most time when somebody does the right thing, they stay where they're at. And these pro-trap people say they want to, they love everything, the trappings of that negative lifestyle. But then they want to go over and do things the right way. And I'm not talking about the cats that go over and stay there, like no going back. I'm talking about the cats that go there, get uncomfortable, deal with a little adversity, and then go back. And then go back, and then go back. And now you bringing your negativity to the positive side, and you creating problems for positive people. And then you want to get, and you want those positive people to look out for you. It's not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah.